close relationship of managers with employees is part of what defines Danone, but the tool we use to evaluate our teams is not well adapted. It's true that for PDRs, IRIS allows me to evaluate the objectives I set at the beginning of the year and the resulting outcomes. But since I open it once a year, I find it difficult to depend on the concrete facts to congratulate or help my co-workers to develop. It's just not the same. And during evaluations, I rely only on my most recent memories. On a management level, this isn't ideal, and I am aware that my feedback could be better.
So, what does my team leader think of my work? That's a difficult question. Of course, we see each other regularly to follow up on projects, to make sure that we're on schedule. But because we lack time, these discussions center mostly on results. And that is a real problem. At the end of the year, during the PDR, I know exactly where I stand regarding my objectives, but our discussions concerning my own development don't feel substantial. There's definitely a lack of concrete examples, and that's just a natural result of time passing. Also, the PDR on IRIS takes forever to fill out.
iPDR is fantastic, intuitive, mobile and flexible. I can use it anywhere, anytime. After a meeting, in a taxi, on the train or plane, and nearly in real time. It's definitely the tool I've been waiting for. You know, in the employee-manager relationship, there are objectives, and then there's the qualitative evaluation. Part of this is personal development, and it can be quite difficult to measure. It requires proximity to the employees. I think the reason it can be difficult is that often we don't have enough time, and I find it hard to be close to my collaborators and have qualitative activity conversations in order to be a good team leader. With iPDR, everything is easier. I can make a checklist of talking points, note down my impressions, and keep track of the facts that will justify my evaluation during an activity conversation or a PDR. This reinforces my relationship with my team, and this tool allows me to see how they are progressing towards their objectives. The practical side is that we get rid of enormous paper reports, post-its and Excel spreadsheets. With iPDR on my iPad, I can prepare or debrief an activity conversation and PDR whenever I want. In a few seconds, I can create a virtual post-it with an idea or a positive insight to keep in mind for later. It's satisfying and it saves time.
It is true that the quality of feedbacks has improved. I feel listened to and taken into account. Another benefit is that iPDR has a private option. With IRIS, as soon as a note is saved, everyone can read it. With iPDR, if I wish, I can keep this information for myself. And that's important. iPDR allows me to refine my arguments, to improve the discussion's quality. I avoid the risk of forgetting a specific point that I would like to remember in a few months. And it also helps me to keep a record of our interactions, to give structure and depth to a future conversation.
Okay, this is the end of our meeting. So let's sum up the key points of iPDR.
Ongoing,
User-friendly,
option-rich,
proximity,
flexible,
fun,
leadership,
useful,
private,
shared.